Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. I've been asked to do just a really quick video on changing your oil. This is on a Prado 150 with a 1KD FTV engine, 3 litre diesel, the one we specialise in. Just a quick oil change, so pretty straightforward, but here it is because it's been asked for. We've got it in other videos, there's longer versions with changing diff oils and whatever, but this is obviously going to be called changing your engine oil. Now, I've just made a little head start, and I just want to show you. The first thing you need to remove is this cover plate here. It's held by two 12mm bolts. So take that off, and then it's quite simple. You've got a 14mm sump plug in underneath there. So we're going to go ahead and remove that sump plug. Look, the torque setting on it, we believe, is 34 Newton meters actually. 34 Newton meters. Bit of a throat today. Which leads me to the next statement, and I'm not blaming anyone. This isn't necessarily a recent thing, but you know, if you're sick and you're coughing and you've got a cold and whatever, don't come around me. Don't bring your car here, cough and splatter all over it, and then leave all the disease for me to capture and enjoy for the next week. You can cancel your appointment and make a booking for another time. So there goes the oil. Oil's draining. Simple stuff. This is why I say you don't need to pay me to do this. 14mm sump plug, so allow that oil to drain. Look, probably 5 to 10 minutes is fine. You can let it sit there for longer. Excuse me. You can let it sit there for longer, but there's still, you know, probably half a litre of oil in the engine, so it's not a big deal. Just till it's dripping's fine. I do often say to people, if you leave it overnight, so if you're a DIY, you come home from work Friday night, drop your oil out, leave it overnight because you're not taking the car out, go out first thing in the morning, you can then pull, without even jacking up the car on a four-wheel drive, you can do this. If it's got a bit of a lift, you can slip underneath it. What's really important here is, and the people that stop watching, they miss out. See, that's why you've just got to watch till the end and get all the information. And I might even say, don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on. That's not necessarily the end. I'm going to put that everywhere. Look, the more you watch videos, hopefully I'll make $1 from it. If I make some money out of it, the more money I make from making videos, the more videos I make for you. That's more information for you guys. So the more you watch, the more you give me the thumbs up, the more you subscribe, turn the bell on, keep watching, put it on when you're not watching even, show your friends, whatever. The more you watch, and that's another 5 cents I get. And if I can make some money out of this YouTube channel, then there's going to be a lot more videos, and that means a lot more information for you guys. Right, so the oil's drained. It's already down to a bit of a trickle. It's not dripping yet, so we're going to leave it probably 5 or 10 minutes. Now, the most important thing on these engines, or probably any diesel engine, now, a lot of issues we point out, because this is what we specialise in, doesn't mean it's not relevant on other vehicles, okay? So the whole blocked oil pickup thing, it's not a Toyota only problem or anything like that. So diesel injectors, they have these seats and durability, they don't last forever, they leak. When they leak, it's often a similar situation where you can end up with a blocked oil pickup and oil starvation. And the same goes even on a petrol engine. Any engine that you can look in that sump hole and make sure that oil pickup's clear, I advise you do, and that's what I'm recommending now. You don't need to have a camera, inspection camera, or any specialised equipment. Basically, look, I'm not going to have a good crack at doing it now, but I'm going to give you an idea. So you lower that out of the way, you know, leave it draining still. I just come along with my light and have a look in there. You're going to look at every direction. Stick your eye up there. Don't put your torch under the oil flow because it's going to get messy. Have a good look. Make sure that oil pickup looks clear. Now I'll put other photos up. Again, that's why you've got to watch. There's a lot of other videos and photos and information. Have a look and follow the videos through. There's pages that show, you know, there's a page I put up in the background every now and then. It shows you our Facebook pages, our YouTube channel. Do your research. People that do the research, the ones that get educated and they're smart and they don't have problems, okay? Basically what you're looking at, look, we don't want you pulling sumps off unnecessarily. The Hilux is harder to remove the sump. The Prado, luckily, it's just like a sub-assembly, pretty easy to get off. You do not need to remove that to check the oil pickup, waste of time. If you see a couple of little specks, a bit of fluff from a rag or a bit of silicone from when the engine was put together or someone's worked on it, that's not an issue. So identify what's on there. You can spray a little bit of degreaser up there, you know, in the red can, the Repco, or you know, super cheap auto, whatever it is, just cheap degreaser, $2 can thing. Just a little bit of that. Just make sure you let it all drain out thoroughly afterwards. And that will clean whatever it is that's on the oil pickup so you can identify it. If it's little black specks of carbon, it may be the start of blow-by. You've got those injector seats leaking and then you need to attend to that. I suggest you don't wait for that problem to occur though. You need to periodically replace your injector seats, and we've detailed that in other videos. That's not this video. This one's an oil change and we're already at 5 minutes. So on that note, like I said, 25 plus years of experience, can't fit it all in one video. So subscribe, keep watching. We're out of here. Hope that's helped. Have a nice day. See you guys. All right guys, so checking the oil pickup. That's to give you an idea. If my camera can see it, your eye can see it. Shine a light, that's what you're looking at. That's fine, just to give you an idea. You can't see much because I'm doing my best. Get your eye down here and have a look and you might see it, and just work your way around all 4 directions. Hope that helps. Okay, so the oil's been draining for a while. It's just a bit of a trickle, maybe a bit more than a trickle, whatever. Like I said, not that important. So I just want to show you now with the sump plug. We use genuine sump plug washers. I've said it before in other videos, so you already know, but it's a matter of, you can replace it every time if you like, but I reuse them a few times while they're still looking good, because they are good for a few reuses if you like. And as I've said, I reverse engineered it to 35 Newton meters, then I looked it up and it was 34 Newton meters, so that's about right. We don't use a torque wrench. Like I said, the reverse engineering thing worked for us. But we've been doing sump plugs for decades. Started that back in, probably the early 90s, was it the late 80s, whatever anyway. Doesn't really matter that much, does it? Been doing that a long time, never had an issue. Done plenty of repairs though on sumps, and replaced sumps from other workshops and people that have got a bit of a strong arm. Generally you don't hear of sump plugs falling out, it's more of an over tighten, so beware of that. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, have a nice day, see ya. Hey guys, and of course last but not least, don't forget to put the oil in. The way we do it, we use an oil transfer container in these engines, the 1KD FTV. They take, I think it quotes 6.9 litres, but look, depends how well you drain it, what level, what temperature the oil, and all those sorts of things. 7's an even number, 7's not going to hurt it. We put in 7, 4 plus 3 in our transfer container equals 7, and obviously check it from there. The way to check the oil correctly on these is with the engine warm. Switch the engine off on flat level ground, and 5 minutes after you switch it off, check the oil level, and it should be between the dots. I prefer closer to the top dot. Look a little bit either side of it's okay. If you check it the next morning, it's going to be about 10 mil over, something along those lines. That's why obviously, you know, it drains down for longer. If you start the engine and check it when it's cold, the thicker oil is going to stay up higher, so you're going to get a lower reading. So be aware, if you want to accurately check the engine oil, it needs to be engine oil warm and 5 minutes after you switch it off. The other thing we do is we leave the dipstick pulled out whenever we drain oil. So you take the cap off so the air can go in and the oil can come out, and pull the dipstick, because it's pretty obvious you're not going to close the bonnet on this until you've put oil in. So once you put the oil in, and we have, obviously the cap goes on, same way as obviously it came off, and you don't need to over tighten that either. It's just stopping the, you know, whatever, you know what I mean. It's not, doesn't have to hold the whole engine together. Sometimes I've found those very tight. And put the dipstick in, ready for, well, our next stop for next stage for us is a diagnostic, but that's not part of this video. This video was an oil change. I think we pretty well covered the basics on that. If you don't know what you're doing, don't touch it, because it is your vehicle, and you know, you don't want to wreck your engine, whatever the case may be. But if you know the basics or understand that, and that helps get you over the bridge to be able to do it yourself, happy days. One further little bit of information, our workshop is closed to new servicing customers at the moment, so we're all full up with our existing client base for servicing. Of course, we're open for the usual injector fuel system specialist diagnostics, injector replacement, that sort of thing, and of course the parts of supplying, you know, these new genuine original injectors, not remanufactured Chinese copies or anything else. That's why we do it, so that we don't end up with another vehicle we've got to solve a problem of, you know, because it's got other injectors other than brand new genuine Denso's Toyota injectors. All right guys, hope that's helped. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, thumbs up, notifications, subscribe, keep watching, and we'll keep you up to date. See ya.